Hey guys, it's MCA bringing you another building tutorial. This time, I'm going to be showing you how to build different shapes in Minecraft, varying from circles, to spheres, to even cones. It should be really interesting, this video. Make sure to check out my last building tutorial as well, when we did terraforming. I showed you how to terraform and you guys enjoyed it so much. So let's try to hit 105 likes on this video. I think you guys can do it. Show your support. And this tutorial was actually suggested by Sky Puppy, who said, "This may seem stupid, but how can you do a tutorial, or can you do a tutorial on how to build a circle?" And I don't think that's a stupid question at all. I think that's a fantastic question. And I was thinking about this more, and I realized if I was going to do this tutorial, I'm going to do a few more shapes, rather than just a circle. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. First, what you want to do, if you're going to be building a circle, is make sure that you know where your center block is, on the bottom of the circle, or in the middle of the circle, my bad. You want to make sure that you know where your center block is, and then you want to go out a certain amount of blocks, the same amount of blocks to each side of that center point, or that center block. Now what you want to do, depending on the size of the circle, you want to go out one block sideways from that one block that you placed down on each side of that middle block. Then you want to go out two, or go inside two, I should say, each way, and then you would link up the two after doing that with one block, just like that. And this is a smaller circle, but we will be going over a few bigger circles, just so you can kind of get the idea and you can kind of see the differences between the different sizes of circles and the more circles we're going to be doing. But they all start out the same way. You just go out like the certain amount of blocks, make sure it's even on both sides, on all sides actually. Then you go out, this time since this is a bigger circle, I'm going to be going out two this time at the very beginning. Then I'm going to be going out two again, like going inside two again, and then doing it on all sides pretty much. This time we have two blocks in the middle of like the corner parts of the circle, if that makes any sense. Hopefully you guys will understand it, and if it's not making the total like amount of sense, you can just look at my screen too. This is going to be a bigger circle now, so we want to just make sure that it's curved at the sides too. That's very important. You can always step back and look at your build, make sure that it is curved and it does look like a circle pretty much. But that's pretty much it for the circles, and we can do one more big circle, which these are just kind of like the way you do these circles is because you're not necessarily going to always know the exact number, so a lot of this is just winging it, and a lot of it is just eyeballing it kind of. No, you're not always going to start off by going out two. You can go out three, even possibly four if it's a really big circle. You can go out five, doesn't matter, just depends how big it is, but you want to make sure that it is curved. And you don't want to make a squircle. A squircle is a square circle, for those of you who are wondering. A squircle. There is a difference, and it is very noticeable if you do build a squircle. But circles are the ones that we want. But that's it for the circles, pretty much. Now what we're going to be doing is spheres. So, spheres, they seem incredibly difficult. But if you know how to build a circle, then you can build a sphere. It's that easy. So what you want to do is build a circle going like facing upwards, but it's like kind of on its side, if that makes any sense. But we're going to be building not only one circle, we're going to be building quite a few in order to build a sphere, because the sphere is made out of a bunch of circles, like on the outsides, if you didn't know. But that's pretty much, I mean, that's the sphere. It is pretty basic. It is just, you can mess up with the spheres if you don't pay attention, kind of, but you just want to make sure that you are symmetrical on all sides, and pretty much any block you place down on one side, you're gonna want to place it down on the other. I think I could safely say that quote with spheres, you know, because spheres are symmetrical on all sides, right? So you want to do the two circles like I had, and then now I want to have a circle going like through the side horizontally, and then now what I want to do is add what I call the plating part of it, and this is just pretty much the part where I place down the blocks. If you want, it's because it's not going to be always the same. It's not always going to be exactly the same as mine, but if you are, this is the one thing again, if you are going to be building blocks, you're just going to be putting down the blocks to make the circle, like you're just kind of eyeballing it usually. If you are going to be doing that, you just want to make sure you are doing it on all sides of the circle, and that's including not just including all sides like horizontally like I'm doing right now. It also includes the sides on the top of the circle too, of the sphere, and on the bottom of the sphere too, because it's all sides. It's just not two sides, and it can be very confusing and you can miss it. But you just want to make sure that you check all sides before kind of moving on from like doing a different part of the circle. You know, you can place blocks, and once again it's symmetrical on all sides, and it starts to just slowly come along, you know, like the way you build the spheres. I'm like mixing up all the shapes now, but the way you build them is just kind of going slowly. Like you do one part of it and then you kind of do it to all sides again, then you do another part of it and then you do it to all sides again, and that's just pretty much how you do the sphere. Like that's pretty much how it is with the circle too, like especially the bigger circles, like when it's kind of hard to tell exactly what you're doing. But as you can see now, we're just finishing up, like pretty much filling up the blocks just so that it is just completely all covered. I decided to do orange, by the way. Of course you can do any other block you want, but that's our sphere pretty much. It looks like a ball or like a basketball, doesn't it? Or even a golf ball too, but that's pretty much it for the sphere. But the video's not over yet, because we're going to be doing some more shapes this time. We're going to be doing a dome this time, and a dome is relatively easy. I'm not gonna say it's the easiest thing in the world. It's relatively easy. I'd say if you know how to do a sphere, and even just a circle, really, then you can do a dome pretty much. A dome is just a half sphere, so it's just pretty much rebuilding a sphere again, but it's just gonna be cut halfway, and then you're gonna have also like just a layer of flooring on the ground, and that can be confusing. Like if you're looking at it with the layer on the ground too, and then you just want to like cut it off, it can be confusing. But you start off with something like this, you know, doing the circles again, or the half circles if you want to say, like the arches. Then you place down the blocks, making sure that it is on all sides of the sphere, of the dome, and then you want to just place down the blocks once again, and you just slowly let it come along. Pretty much, you just want to do one side of it, make sure you have it right, then you do it to all sides, then you move on to a different part of the dome, and it just comes along that way, and it's just so awesome. And that's pretty much your dome, right? You can look at it, it almost looks like Patrick's dome from SpongeBob. Luckily, we actually do have Patrick in the game, who decided to come over from our redstone tutorial the other day and join us in this tutorial. So hi Patrick, how's it going there? Nah, but in all seriousness, I'm going to be showing you one last thing, which is pretty cool. It's not necessarily a shape, but as you can see, I'm just kind of stacking like a bunch of rectangles and prisms kind of on top of each other to make a cone. And this is actually pretty interesting, because the way I can do a cone like this is just adding blocks on top of each other like that, like as the basic thing, and then I can go in and actually add the detail with stairs, even slabs if I want to, like having a, you know, all different ways too. But the main thing I want to get across while I'm doing this cone is just the fact that if you know how to do the basic shapes in Minecraft, you can actually do, surprisingly, you can do some pretty awesome gnarly stuff in Minecraft if you know how to do the basic shapes at first, just like I'm about to show you right now. We literally just started out, you like rewind like 20 seconds, we just started off with a bunch of cubes on top of each other, and we're literally forming it into a cone. And this is just, it's just so cool. It's the way you started off, and it looks like a cone. And since I wanted to make some ice cream on it. What ice cream, right? Who doesn't love ice cream, right? So I just decided to mess around, add some ice cream on it, but just for fun. But that's pretty much gonna be it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Guys can see my ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream? Fast, comment down below while I'm building the ice cream. Fast, comment. Oh, too late. That's my ice cream done. It kind of got smashed into the floor a bit. The chocolate kind of just scattered around, but look at that cone though. It was built very simply, you know, it was pretty easy to do, I'd say. You guys saw, so make sure, thank you very much for watching this video, by the way. If you have any suggestions for tutorials, feel free to comment them down below. I will try to get to them. Also, leave a like and subscribe on the channel for more Minecraft content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.